Hi, it's Elaine from Penguin Place Crafts. This is the beginning of the new craft room. Um, you can't see it because it's down here. I did get a 6 cube shelf that I'm putting stuff into. These are the cubes that I take to craft shows and stack on my tables. Eventually, I will have these stacked up and stuff in them when I'm out of the red enough to buy some of those cool collapsible shelves that don't take up as much room in the car. Because if I could have less space for the display items, then I'd have more space for the crocheted items, be able to take more to a show. Okay, it's Monday. Got out of the house early, got my shopping done, was home by around 11:30, and I moved the new shelves in, I moved stuff around, I collapsed the table I had in here. My desk, right here, right out of sight, is my light box in my desk. So I have the chair to my desk. I don't have to take it like halfway across the room to videotape. It's right here. There's still a lot of work to do in here. I mean, all these are boxes that have inventory in them, or the inventory, like this one says monsters. There's nothing in there because the monsters are all in boxes for the craft show. So it's a work in progress, and it's probably going to take a long time to get it neat and tidy and nice looking, but a lot of the work is done now. The bookshelf is moved, the desk is moved, and I can tape in here with my mess behind me. But that's my life. Okay, the last time I was checking in was yesterday on Sunday, and I was just sort of in a daze after my nap. Didn't feel like working on anything. Well, getting up and getting around did help. I went out to my chair and I pulled out the pattern for this guy. Remember how I said, I think this guy's adorable and I want to make more of them, but it's just so big and the head took so long. I wonder if I could shrink it down halfway. So, since I was freshly rested, I scribbled out a pattern. Like this whole page is filled with notes of what to do. And actually, I didn't have to make all that many changes once I started working on it. But there he is. Oh, side by side. Ta-da! So my next step is to type up this mess that I wrote out and make another one just to check my numbers, make sure that everything works out okay. And I'm really not sure what to do with it. I would like to put it on my blog to make it available to others to make the smaller one. The original pattern was a free pattern. I believe she's a Russian designer. It was on Instagram, and the website amigurum.com translated it and offered it as a free pattern on their blog. So it is a complete rewrite because, I had to cut everything down in half. Sometimes instead of starting with 6, I'd start with 5. And I did change all of the numbers, but I kept the same look. So I'm not going to sell the pattern. But I don't know if there is, I will give full credit to the designer and the translator, but I don't want to get into copyright issues of, oh, you stole a pattern. No, I didn't. I just downsized it and made a new pattern. So I don't think there should be a problem with that, giving credit to the original. This is where I got my inspiration from. I thought this was so cute, but it was too big, so I made it smaller, and here's the instructions on how I made it smaller. Think that'll fly? Okay. And then I started another thing last night once I finished up the dinosaur. Yeah, I made the thing in one evening. Like, I think I started around 5 and had it finished by 10. I pulled out my penguin pattern from Minigurumi, and I made a cute little blue penguin. Yes, same yarn. My problem was I got about this far down, and it's saying, add the eyes. I just used up my last 9-point eye. I couldn't find the little Ziploc bag of 8-point. I thought I had a Ziploc bag. Like I bought 100 8-point eyes. I can't find them. But I did find another really small amount of 8-point eyes. So he finally got eyes and I finished him up. So I'm looking at my scrap yarn box. Like, okay, you're supposed to start with a dark color. That's actually dark blue. Yeah, get him closer. It looks a little bit better. It's actually dark blue over bright blue. So, what other colors do I have 2 shades of? So I can make more of these because the world needs more penguins. One of these days I'm going to do a video on why I'm called Grammy Penguin and why my shop is Penguin Place and all that. It's one of those. I'm going to do it eventually. So that leads on to a finish off the yarn challenge. There's 0.48 ounces left. I think that's just enough for a micro octo. I'll have to check my pattern for that. Okay, then one other thing before I leave today. My friend Kathy, I graduated from high school with her. We won't say the year. And for a long time, we went to the same church. We have kids around the same age, all that. She had messaged me a few weeks ago and said, whenever you're coming through town, I've got some stuff for you. She found a bag of stuffing at a garage sale for me. And I thought, oh, she's just going to give me a bag of stuffing. But there's other stuff in this bag. Oh, look at that. It's a baby bag of stuffing. That'll be handy for like my crafts to go bag. Mary Maxim. Just an off-white yarn. I can always use that. This feels like a rug yarn in gray. I don't know if the yarn is, maybe it's just got a little bit of yellow on it there. For a second I thought it was variegated and had a different color in it, but it seemed like there was just a little bit of something on it. A rug yarn in green. I keep saying I'm going to make one of those racetrack rugs. Someday, that is coming. More white. I don't know if it's Karen Simply Soft. It feels a little silkier than usual and a little thinner than usual. But I can always use white. Dark green worsted. White worsted. She knows that I use even the tiniest little amounts. Apparently, we need to work out a more secure base for the tripod in this new room. Edward's Imaginarium just didn't hold the back leg down well enough. Sorry. Where was I? There is a Ziploc bag of brown yarn. Ooh, I think there's some black in there too. I will have to do a burn test and see if that's wool. It might be just regular Red Heart Super Saver, or it might be wool. But wait, there's more. White worsted. Ooh. A pretty blue That feels like it might even be cotton. I'm running out of space to put this stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Ooh. Nice. There's purple, and it's cotton thread. I will probably do this like triple or quadruple because I don't work with something this thin. Just a little bit of baby green, like Jamie Baby. Ooh, just a little bit of a nice shade of green. That might be enough for a micro octo. A little bit of rainbow variegated. If I were to make something that needed a mohawk, that would make a really cool rainbow mohawk. Green worsted weight, just a little bit. That might get added right into a, well, that would make a stripe. If I was doing a striped giraffe, I could do a stripe out of that. And a little bit of black. I always have a little bit of black like this in my working box for when I'm embroidering faces and things. So thank you, Kathy. I will definitely have fun with this. Speaking of fun, I think I have done enough moving and organizing and laundry and shopping and all of that for the day. So what time is it? It's 2:12. I can go sit in my chair and play until around 4 o'clock. Then, get away from them. Then I will need to head out to the kitchen and get dinner going. What's on tonight's menu? Barbecued pork loaf, winter squash, twice baked potatoes. Most of it I can just put in the oven. And there's a little bit of mixing to go with the barbecued pork loaves, but put it in the oven and it's in there for like 45 minutes. And then I can just do other stuff while I'm letting dinner cook. I'm going to go try to use this up. I don't know what I'm going to do. Oh, okay. I'm going to work on another project on my October list so that I have something to show you in a day or two. I think you're really going to like it. But the problem is, part of what goes with it is buried in one of the boxes in here from my craft show stuff. So I have to do some digging. When I was moving stuff around, it's like, oh, there's the pumpkins. I need to get the pumpkins and get some pictures and get them listed on Etsy. Oh, there's that. I need to do this. Oh. Nope. Right now, I'm going to go sit in my chair and play with yarn. I hope you find time to play with yarn today, too. Bye-bye.